Hello, my dear English learners, students, and friends. Welcome back to the English Power Podcast. I'm Maya, and here's Jack with me. Today we're going to talk about, are you living your dreams?
Wow, that question feels deep already, right? Sometimes people smile outside, but inside, they quietly feel tired, confused, or even a little lost.
Yeah, and maybe you feel that way too. Maybe you wake up every morning, study, work, cook, clean, and still feel something missing inside.
Well, first of all, if you feel that way, you are not strange. Actually, many people secretly ask themselves this difficult emotional question every single day.
So, today, dear listener, we want to speak slowly, clearly, and honestly with you. We want you to feel comfortable, relaxed, and understood during this conversation.
And, stay with us until the end because this episode may change how you think about dreams, happiness, success, and even your future life.
Jack, let me ask you something simple first. When you were younger, what dream lived inside your heart every single day?
Actually, my childhood dream changed many times. First, I wanted to become a soccer player, then a pilot, then maybe even a movie actor.
Wow, that sounds fun, honestly. And many listeners probably understand that feeling because children dream freely without fear, pressure, or embarrassment.
Exactly. But later, life becomes serious. People start asking difficult questions about money, jobs, responsibilities, family expectations, and suddenly dreams feel smaller somehow.
Yeah, that change can hurt quietly. Sometimes people stop dreaming completely because they think dreams are childish, impossible, or simply too far away now.
And maybe someone listening today once loved singing, painting, writing stories, or traveling, but slowly stopped because real life became very heavy.
Well, dear listener, if that sounds like you, please know something important today. Your dreams still matter, even if you forgot them for many years.
Right. Dreams are not only about becoming rich or famous. Sometimes a dream is peaceful mornings, healthy relationships, confidence, or simply feeling proud of yourself.
Oh, I love that idea, honestly. Society often teaches us that success means expensive things, but actually, many people only want calm and meaningful lives.
Yeah, because after all, what is the point of money if your heart feels empty every evening when you finally sit quietly alone?
That question feels emotional. Dear listener, think carefully for one moment. What kind of life truly makes your heart feel warm and peaceful?
Okay, let's make this interactive now. Repeat after me slowly. My dreams are important. Good. One more time together. My dreams are important.
Very nice. And now say this with me. I can build a better future step by step. Ah, wonderful job, dear listener. Keep practicing confidently.
Small sentences like these can really change your thinking slowly. Words become thoughts, and thoughts slowly become actions and daily habits.
Exactly. Jack, do you remember a moment when you suddenly realized you were not truly living the life you wanted?
Oh, wow, yes. Actually, I remember clearly. A few years ago, I worked long hours every day and ignored my health, hobbies, and relationships completely.
That sounds difficult emotionally. Did you feel tired all the time, even during weekends or vacations when you were supposed to rest peacefully?
Yeah, exactly. My body felt exhausted, but honestly, my heart felt even tireder. I smiled often, but inside, something felt very empty and disconnected.
Ah, many listeners probably understand that feeling deeply. Sometimes people continue moving forward automatically without stopping and asking themselves honest personal questions.
Right. One evening, I sat alone quietly after work, and suddenly I asked myself, am I becoming the person I truly wanted to become?
Wow, that question feels powerful. And honestly, dear listener, maybe that same question is sitting quietly inside your own heart right now, too.
Hmm. Maybe you study English every day because you want freedom, travel, better work opportunities, or confidence speaking with people around the world.
Yes, and by the way, learning English itself can become part of your dream life. Language opens doors, friendships, opportunities, and completely new experiences everywhere.
Exactly. So please remember this, every small lesson matters. Even today, while listening carefully, you're already building a stronger future for yourself.
Jack, sometimes people compare themselves with others online and suddenly feel unsuccessful. What do you think about that emotional problem today?
Well, honestly, social media can be dangerous emotionally. People usually show beautiful moments online, but they hide fear, sadness, stress, and lonely nights completely.
Yeah, that is so true. Someone posts vacation photos smiling brightly, but maybe secretly they feel worried, exhausted, or emotionally lost inside every single day.
Right. Because of that, comparing your life with someone's internet highlights can destroy your confidence slowly without you even noticing the emotional damage happening.
Dear listener, please hear this carefully. Your journey does not need to look like another person's journey. Your dream can be different, smaller, or quieter.
Exactly. Some people dream about businesses and fame, while others dream about peaceful family dinners, healthy mornings, and enough time for people they love.
And honestly, both dreams are beautiful. There's no single correct way to build a meaningful life, after all.
Okay, quick question for everyone listening right now. If money and fear disappeared completely today, what dream would you follow immediately, without hesitation?
Pause the episode mentally for 1 second and really think deeply about that question. Your first answer may reveal something important inside your heart.
Wow, sometimes the answer surprises people emotionally. Maybe your dream still exists quietly, waiting patiently for your attention and courage again.
Ah, that idea feels hopeful, honestly. Dreams can sleep for many years, but sometimes one small moment wakes them up again beautifully.
Yeah, and maybe this conversation today becomes that small waking moment for someone listening carefully while walking, cooking, studying, or resting quietly at home.
Well, dear listener, stay with us because next we will talk about fear, especially the fear that stops people from following meaningful dreams and real happiness.
Fear is interesting because almost everyone feels it, but many people pretend they are brave all the time, especially adults trying to look strong.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes adults smile politely and say everything is fine, but secretly they feel afraid about failure, judgment, money, or disappointing other people.
Well, Maya, can I ask you something personal? Have you ever stopped yourself from following a dream because you felt scared or uncertain inside?
Oh, absolutely. Actually, many years ago, I wanted to start teaching online, but honestly, I worried people would criticize my voice and accent.
Wow, really? That surprises me because now you sound confident, warm, and calm. I think many learners feel comfortable listening to you every week.
Ah, thank you, Jack. But confidence usually grows slowly after many uncomfortable moments, mistakes, nervous feelings, and difficult emotional experiences, honestly.
Yeah, that is such an important truth. Many people think confident people never feel fear, but actually, confident people simply continue moving despite fear.
Exactly. Dear listener, maybe you wait for the perfect moment before starting something important, but honestly, that perfect moment may never arrive completely.
Maybe you want to speak English confidently, change careers, move abroad, start exercising, or even open a small business someday.
Right, but then fear whispers quietly inside your mind. What if I fail? What if people laugh? What if I'm not good enough?
Ah, those thoughts can become very heavy emotionally. Sometimes people stay inside unhappy situations simply because familiar pain feels safer than uncertain change.
That sentence feels deep, honestly. Familiar pain feels safer than uncertain change. Dear listener, maybe write that sentence somewhere after today's episode.
Okay, let's practice together now. Repeat after me slowly. I do not need perfect confidence to begin. Great job. Again, together, confidently.
Wonderful. And now say this with me. Small steps still move me forward. Ah, very nice pronunciation, dear listener. Keep going proudly.
You know, tiny actions matter more than giant plans sometimes. Reading one page daily can slowly change your entire future after enough consistent time.
Exactly. Jack, do you remember your first difficult step toward building a better life and following your personal dreams more seriously?
Yeah, actually, I remember clearly. I started waking earlier every morning to exercise, read books, and think quietly before stressful work responsibilities began.
That sounds simple, but honestly, many life changes begin with small routines. Tiny habits slowly create stronger minds and healthier emotional energy.
Right. At first, nothing dramatic happened, but after several months, I felt calmer, healthier, and surprisingly more hopeful about my future possibilities.
Hope is powerful, honestly. When people lose hope, even easy tasks feel difficult. But with hope, challenging goals suddenly feel possible again.
Exactly. And sometimes hope returns through very small moments. One encouraging conversation, one supportive teacher, or even one meaningful podcast episode like this.
Yes, maybe today becomes that meaningful moment for someone listening quietly right now. Honestly, that thought makes me emotional and grateful.
Dear listener, let us ask you something important. What fear currently stops you from moving toward the life you truly want?
Maybe your fear is speaking English publicly. Maybe your fear is changing jobs. Or maybe your fear is simply disappointing yourself once again.
Yeah. And honestly, failure hurts sometimes. We should speak truthfully about that. Dreams are beautiful, but difficult moments absolutely happen during the journey, too.
Right, but failure does not mean your dream is impossible. Usually, failure simply means you are learning, adjusting, growing, and becoming emotionally stronger, slowly.
Exactly. Children fall many times before walking confidently, but they continue trying naturally. Adults often stop after one embarrassing mistake instead.
That comparison feels very true. Maybe adults need to remember how children learn bravely without overthinking every tiny mistake constantly.
Well, by the way, dear listener, if your English is not perfect today, please do not feel embarrassed or discouraged. Progress takes real time.
Yes, absolutely. You are already improving because you are listening carefully, learning naturally, and spending time with English consistently every single week.
Maya, have you ever met someone who completely changed their life later than expected? I think listeners would enjoy hearing a hopeful story.
Oh, yes, actually, my neighbor changed careers at 52 years old. She studied baking slowly at night and eventually opened a small, friendly bakery.
Wow, that sounds inspiring, honestly. So many people believe dreams have expiration dates, but life can surprise us beautifully at unexpected moments sometimes.
Exactly. At first, she felt terrified and insecure, but now she smiles constantly because her work finally feels meaningful, creative, and connected to her heart.
I love stories like that because they remind people listening that transformation remains possible even after years of frustration or emotional exhaustion.
Right. Dear listener, maybe your life does not change overnight, but honestly, one brave decision today can completely change your future direction slowly.
Okay, quick emotional question now. Imagine yourself 5 years older. Would future you thank current you for today's daily habits and choices, honestly?
Take one quiet second and imagine that future version of yourself. How does that person feel, speak, smile, and live every single day?
Wow, maybe future you already exists inside your imagination because your heart understands what kind of life truly matters to you deeply.
That thought feels beautiful, honestly. And remember, dear listener, you do not need to become someone different. You simply need courage to grow.
Exactly. So next, let's talk about something very important, how daily habits quietly shape dreams, confidence, energy, and emotional happiness over long periods.
Honestly, people often wait for huge motivation before changing their lives, but daily habits usually create transformation more effectively than temporary excitement.
Yeah, exactly. Motivation feels wonderful for one day sometimes, but habits quietly continue working even during difficult emotional weeks or stressful busy seasons.
Well, dear listener, let me ask you something simple. What is the first thing you usually do every morning after opening your eyes?
Many people probably check phones immediately, right? Notifications, messages, social media, emails. Suddenly, the brain already feels busy and overwhelmed emotionally.
Yeah, and because of that, mornings can begin with stress instead of peace. Our minds become noisy before our hearts even fully wake up.
Hmm. Several years ago, I realized my mornings controlled my entire emotional day, so I slowly created calmer routines with healthier habits instead.
Oh, interesting. Tell us more, Jack. What small changes helped you feel more balanced, focused, and emotionally connected with your personal dreams again?
Well, first of all, I stopped using my phone immediately after waking. Instead, I drank water quietly and stretched my body for several peaceful minutes.
That already sounds calmer, honestly. Sometimes tiny, peaceful moments create emotional space for clearer thinking and healthier daily energy naturally.
Exactly. Then I read one inspiring page from a book and wrote 3 simple goals for the day inside a small notebook.
I like that because it feels realistic. Many people create impossible routines suddenly, then feel disappointed when they cannot continue consistently afterward.
Right. Huge, dramatic plans often fail quickly because they feel exhausting emotionally. Small habits survive longer because they fit naturally into normal daily life.
Dear listener, please remember this important sentence. Small actions repeated consistently become powerful changes slowly over time. That is how transformation usually happens.
Okay, practice time again. Repeat after me, slowly. Small habits create big changes. Excellent. One more time with confidence and clear pronunciation together.
Wonderful job. And now say this with me. I can improve little by little every day. Very nice. Keep believing in your progress.
Maya, honestly, I think many people quit dreams because they expect immediate results. They want success quickly without respecting the slow learning process.
Yeah, absolutely. But meaningful growth usually feels quiet and invisible at first. Seeds grow underground before beautiful flowers appear above the ground later.
Wow, that image feels powerful emotionally. Dear listener, maybe your progress currently feels invisible, but something important may already be growing quietly inside you.
Exactly. Maybe your confidence grows slowly each week. Maybe your English improves naturally, little by little. Maybe your mindset becomes healthier and kinder too.
And honestly, emotional health matters deeply while chasing dreams. Burnout can happen when people ignore rest, joy, friendships, and personal peace completely.
Right. Society sometimes celebrates constant busyness, but humans need balance, honestly. Rest is not laziness. Rest helps minds and hearts recover properly.
I wish more people understood that earlier. For years, I believed working nonstop proved dedication, but actually exhaustion reduced my creativity and happiness.
Yeah, many listeners probably relate strongly right now. Sometimes people feel guilty while resting because they think productivity always equals personal value somehow.
Dear listener, your worth does not depend only on achievements. You deserve kindness, peace, and respect even during slow or difficult periods.
That sentence feels comforting, honestly. Maybe someone listening today really needed to hear those exact words during a stressful emotional season.
Exactly. Well, by the way, another important habit involves the people surrounding you daily. Relationships strongly influence motivation, confidence, and emotional energy levels.
Yes, absolutely. Supportive people encourage growth gently, while negative people sometimes quietly destroy confidence through criticism, sarcasm, or constant discouraging comments.
Right. I once spent too much time with people who mocked ambitious ideas constantly. Slowly, their negativity affected my thinking and emotional courage, too.
Wow, that happens often, honestly. Humans naturally absorb emotional energy from conversations, environments, music, media, and relationships surrounding them every single day.
Exactly. Because of that, choosing healthy influences becomes very important while building a meaningful life and following personal dreams patiently over many years.
Dear listener, think carefully now. Who makes you feel stronger, calmer, and more hopeful after conversations? And who makes you feel emotionally exhausted instead?
That question may feel uncomfortable, but honest reflection helps growth. Sometimes protecting your dreams means spending less time around constant negativity and doubt.
Yeah, and honestly, protecting your peace is not selfish. Healthy emotional boundaries help people stay balanced, motivated, and connected with meaningful goals long term.
Okay, quick mini story here. One friend of mine started studying English 15 minutes daily before work, even during busy, stressful weeks and difficult mornings.
15 minutes sounds manageable, honestly. Many listeners probably think improvement requires several exhausting study hours every single day without rest.
Exactly. But after 1 year, his English improved dramatically because consistency mattered more than intensity. Small, repeated practice created real long-term progress naturally.
Wow, that story feels encouraging. Dear listener, maybe you also underestimate how powerful simple, consistent effort can become after enough patient time passes.
Right. Imagine practicing listening daily for 30 days. Then imagine continuing for one entire year. Honestly, your future self would sound completely different.
That transformation feels exciting, honestly. And remember, every expert once sounded nervous, confused, and imperfect at the beginning, too.
Exactly. So next, let's discuss another emotional challenge many people experience secretly, feeling stuck while everyone else seems to move forward confidently.
Feeling stuck can feel extremely lonely, honestly. Sometimes people watch others succeed online and quietly wonder why their own lives feel frozen instead.
Yeah, exactly. And when progress feels slow, people often become impatient, discouraged, and emotionally tired. They start doubting themselves and their dreams completely.
Well, dear listener, if you currently feel stuck, please stay with us carefully because this part may help your heart feel lighter and stronger today.
Maya, have you ever experienced a period when nothing seemed to improve, no matter how hard you worked or how much effort you gave?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Actually, there was one year when I felt emotionally exhausted because my goals moved slowly despite daily effort and hopeful planning.
Wow, that sounds frustrating, honestly. What thoughts usually filled your mind during that difficult season, emotionally and mentally, every single day?
Honestly, I kept thinking, maybe I am not talented enough. I compared myself constantly and slowly lost confidence in my abilities and future.
Comparison again. It quietly steals joy from many people because everyone's timeline looks different, even when social media suggests otherwise constantly.
Exactly. One evening, my friend told me something powerful. She said, slow progress still means you are moving, learning, and becoming stronger every day.
Wow, that sentence feels deeply comforting, honestly. Dear listener, maybe your progress feels slow because meaningful growth often requires patience, repetition, and emotional endurance.
Right. Life dreams work similarly, actually. Big goals usually grow through hundreds of small, invisible moments that nobody else notices or celebrates publicly.
Exactly. Athletes train quietly before competitions. Musicians practice privately before performances. Successful people usually build skills slowly before visible success appears publicly.
Dear listener, maybe your current season is preparation and not failure. That idea changes perspective emotionally, right? Preparation still has important meaning and value.
Okay, let's practice together again. Repeat after me slowly. I am growing even when progress feels slow. Excellent work. Again, confidently, together now.
Wonderful. And now say this with me. My journey has value and meaning. Ah, very nice pronunciation, honestly. Keep trusting your personal path forward.
Another important thing involves celebrating small wins. Many people ignore tiny achievements because they only focus on huge, dramatic success stories.
Yeah, absolutely. But small victories matter deeply. Maybe today you understood new English words, exercised briefly, or simply survived a difficult emotional day courageously.
Right. Those moments deserve recognition too. Confidence grows stronger when people notice progress instead of only noticing imperfections and unfinished goals constantly.
That reminds me of one listener message, actually. A student wrote proudly because she finally ordered coffee confidently in English during vacation abroad recently.
Wow, honestly, that sounds wonderful. For some people, simple moments like ordering coffee represent huge personal victories and growing courage inside daily life.
Exactly. So, dear listener, never mock your own progress. Every brave step matters, especially when fear previously controlled your actions and confidence strongly.
Maya, sometimes people also feel stuck because they carry emotional pain from past failures or painful criticism from others around them.
Yeah, that is very true, honestly. Hurtful comments can stay inside hearts for years, especially comments from parents, teachers, classmates, or close relationships.
Right, maybe someone once told you your dreams were unrealistic, silly, or impossible. Maybe those words still quietly affect your confidence today.
Dear listener, please hear this carefully. Other people's fear and negativity should not decide your future identity or personal possibilities forever.
Exactly. Sometimes critics simply project their own disappointment onto others. People who abandon dreams often struggle watching others continue chasing meaningful goals bravely.
Hmm, that thought feels important, honestly. Understanding this can help listeners stop carrying unnecessary shame, fear, and emotional heaviness from past experiences.
Yeah, and honestly, healing takes time too. Growth is not only external success, emotional healing itself represents important personal progress and inner transformation.
Right. Maybe today your biggest victory is simply believing in yourself again after years of doubt, fear, or painful emotional disappointment quietly.
Wow, honestly, that sentence might touch many hearts listening right now. Sometimes rebuilding self belief becomes the first important step toward future dreams and happiness.
Hmm. Dear listener, imagine speaking kindly to yourself for 1 full month instead of criticizing every mistake constantly. Your emotional energy would probably change greatly.
Exactly. Self talk matters deeply because humans listen to their own thoughts every single day. Negative inner conversations slowly affect confidence, motivation, and emotional peace.
Okay, quick reflection question now. What kind sentence do you honestly need to hear from yourself today? Think quietly for one emotional moment.
Maybe you need to hear, I am trying my best. Or maybe, I deserve another chance. Both sentences feel powerful and healing, honestly.
Yes. Dear listener, please remember this gently. Your current situation does not represent your final future forever. Life continues changing constantly over time.
Exactly. So next, let's talk about something exciting and hopeful. What happens emotionally when people finally begin living more honestly and courageously toward meaningful dreams?
Hmm. Honestly, something beautiful happens when people start following meaningful dreams. Their energy changes slowly, and life begins feeling more alive and colorful again.
Yeah, exactly. Problems still exist, of course, but emotionally, people feel more connected with themselves because their actions finally match their deeper personal values.
Well, dear listener, maybe you already experienced this feeling briefly before. That exciting emotional spark when life suddenly feels meaningful and hopeful again.
Hmm. I remember feeling that spark after beginning healthier routines and creative projects again. Suddenly, mornings felt purposeful instead of emotionally heavy and repetitive.
Purpose changes everything, honestly. Even difficult tasks feel lighter when people understand why they wake up every morning and continue moving forward patiently.
Exactly. And by the way, purpose does not always arrive dramatically. Sometimes people discover meaning slowly through small daily experiences and honest self-reflection.
Right. One listener sent us a message recently saying English lessons helped her speak confidently with international coworkers for the first time ever.
Wow, honestly, that sounds wonderful. Maybe for another person, learning English simply means watching movies comfortably or traveling without fear and confusion someday.
Yeah, dreams look different for everyone, and honestly, that diversity makes life more beautiful. Humans connect through different stories, goals, and emotional experiences.
Hmm. Dear listener, maybe your dream life currently feels small compared with other people's ambitions online, but meaningful dreams never need outside approval, honestly.
Exactly. A peaceful life can become a beautiful dream. Strong friendships can become a beautiful dream. Emotional healing can become a beautiful dream too.
Ah, I love that idea because modern culture often pushes endless achievement without encouraging emotional balance, gratitude, or simple joyful daily moments anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes people chase success endlessly, but forget enjoying ordinary, beautiful moments happening quietly around them every single day already.
Like drinking warm coffee peacefully, hearing birds outside, laughing with friends, or finishing one meaningful conversation feeling emotionally understood and appreciated.
Those moments sound simple, but honestly, they create real happiness more often than expensive, dramatic experiences people constantly advertise online nowadays.
Right. Dear listener, maybe your dream life begins with appreciating your present life more deeply while still improving future possibilities patiently and intentionally.
Okay, let's practice another helpful sentence together. Repeat after me slowly. I can enjoy today while building tomorrow. Excellent pronunciation, honestly.
Wonderful. And now say this with me. My life can become meaningful step by step. Ah, very nice job, dear listener. Keep practicing confidently.
Hmm. Jack, do you think people sometimes wait too long before giving themselves permission to pursue happiness and meaningful personal goals, honestly?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Many people think happiness must wait until they become richer, thinner, more successful, or somehow more worthy emotionally and socially.
Yeah, but honestly, humans deserve joy during the journey too, not only after reaching huge goals or receiving external validation from society constantly.
Exactly. I once met an older man who loved painting secretly for 40 years, but finally started sharing artwork publicly after retirement recently.
Wow, 40 years is such a long emotional wait, honestly. How did he feel after finally sharing something deeply personal and meaningful publicly?
He said something beautiful, actually. He said, "For the first time, my outside life finally matches my inside heart." Isn't that powerful?
Wow. Dear listener, maybe that sentence touches your heart too. Many people hide important parts of themselves because fear feels stronger than honesty.
Right, but eventually, hiding dreams becomes emotionally painful. Humans naturally want expression, creativity, connection, and lives that feel authentic and meaningful deeply.
Authenticity feels important, honestly. Pretending constantly can become exhausting emotionally because people slowly disconnect from their true feelings and personal identity.
Exactly. And honestly, authenticity also improves relationships because people connect more deeply when conversations feel honest, vulnerable, and emotionally real instead of performative.
Yeah, vulnerability can feel scary though. Opening your heart honestly requires courage because rejection and misunderstanding remain possible realities in human relationships.
True, but emotional walls also create loneliness eventually. Humans need safe connection and understanding, even when vulnerability feels uncomfortable and uncertain sometimes.
Dear listener, maybe today you can practice one small act of honesty with yourself or another person you trust emotionally and personally.
Maybe honestly admit your real dream. Maybe share your fear openly. Or maybe simply say, I want my life to feel different now.
Right. Small, honest moments often become turning points unexpectedly. One conversation can change confidence, relationships, direction, and emotional hope surprisingly fast sometimes.
Exactly. Well, by the way, if this episode already helps you emotionally, imagine how much your English and confidence could improve after 30 consistent learning days.
Yes, honestly, consistency changes everything slowly. Dear listener, thank you for spending this meaningful time with us and practicing English through real emotional conversations today.
But stay with us because our final sections will become even deeper emotionally. Next, let's discuss courage, second chances, and building a hopeful future intentionally.
Hmm. Second chances feel emotional, honestly, because many people secretly believe they already missed important opportunities and cannot begin again successfully anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes people say, I am too old now, or it is too late for me, even when many possibilities still exist.
Well, dear listener, please remember something important today. Life rarely moves in perfect straight lines. Humans change, grow, restart, and discover new directions constantly.
Right. Actually, many successful people experienced failures, heartbreaks, confusion, and unexpected changes before finally building meaningful and satisfying lives later on.
Hmm. Jack, have you ever needed a true second chance personally? Maybe listeners would connect emotionally with a real experience from your own life.
Oh, yes, definitely. Several years ago, I ignored my physical health badly because work controlled my schedule, priorities, sleep habits, and emotional energy completely.
That sounds difficult, honestly. Did your body eventually force you to slow down and rethink your lifestyle choices and emotional balance seriously?
Exactly. One morning, I felt exhausted climbing simple stairs. Honestly, that moment scared me emotionally because I suddenly realized unhealthy habits controlled my future.
Wow. Sometimes difficult moments become important wake up calls, even though they feel painful, uncomfortable, or frightening while happening in real life.
Right. Instead of changing everything dramatically overnight, I began walking daily, sleeping earlier, and cooking healthier meals consistently, little by little.
There's that powerful idea again, little by little. Honestly, sustainable transformation usually grows through repeated simple choices instead of dramatic emotional promises.
Exactly. After several months, I felt physically stronger, but also emotionally happier because I finally treated myself with more respect and kindness daily.
Dear listener, maybe your second chance begins today too. Maybe you restart studying English, rebuilding confidence, repairing relationships, or simply believing in yourself again.
Hmm. And honestly, beginning again requires courage because humans naturally fear repeating painful mistakes from previous experiences and emotional disappointments.
Yeah, but staying emotionally stuck also creates pain eventually. Sometimes the risk of trying again becomes healthier than remaining unhappy and disconnected forever.
Exactly. Courage does not mean feeling fearless. Courage simply means taking meaningful action while fear still exists inside your heart and mind simultaneously.
Okay, let's practice another powerful sentence together. Repeat after me slowly. I can begin again. Excellent job. Again together with strong, confident voices now.
Wonderful. And now say this with me. My past does not control my future completely. Very beautiful pronunciation, honestly, dear listener.
That sentence feels emotionally healing. Many people carry old mistakes like heavy bags everywhere, instead of learning gently and continuing forward hopefully.
Right. Humans are imperfect naturally. Everyone makes mistakes, loses direction sometimes, and experiences emotional confusion during different life seasons, honestly.
Yeah, and honestly, perfection is impossible anyway. Real growth usually looks messy, emotional, uncomfortable, and beautifully human instead of perfectly organized.
Beautifully human. I love that phrase because social media often creates unrealistic expectations about success, confidence, relationships, and personal happiness constantly.
Exactly. Dear listener, your real life does not need perfect music, perfect lighting, or perfect photos to have genuine meaning and emotional beauty.
Hmm. Maybe your quiet daily efforts already show incredible strength. Surviving difficult seasons while continuing trying, honestly, deserves respect and personal pride, too.
That reminds me of students who continue learning English despite busy jobs, family responsibilities, stress, and self-doubt. Honestly, that persistence inspires me deeply.
Yeah, absolutely. Language learning itself teaches patience, courage, resilience, and humility because mistakes happen constantly during communication and pronunciation practice naturally.
Right, and every time listeners continue practicing despite embarrassment, they prove something powerful emotionally. They refuse giving up on personal growth and future possibilities.
Wow, honestly, that idea feels motivating. Dear listener, maybe you underestimate your own strength simply because your progress feels normal to you already.
But surviving difficult experiences changes people quietly. Challenges can create empathy, wisdom, patience, and emotional understanding that easier lives sometimes never develop.
Exactly. Painful experiences should not define humans forever, but honestly, they can teach meaningful lessons and create deeper appreciation for peaceful, joyful moments later.
Yeah, and because of that, maybe your difficult past will eventually help another person feel understood, supported, and less emotionally alone someday, too.
That possibility feels beautiful, honestly. Humans heal each other through stories, encouragement, listening, and honest conversations, exactly like this podcast episode today.
Dear listener, thank you for opening your heart and mind during this conversation. We truly hope these words bring comfort, courage, and emotional clarity today.
Hmm. And now, before we finish, let's spend our final section reflecting deeply about dreams, future hope, and the kind of life you truly deserve.
Hmm. Dear listener, we started today with one emotional question. Are you living your dreams? Honestly, maybe your answer still feels uncertain right now.
Yeah, exactly. But uncertainty does not mean failure. Sometimes uncertainty simply means your heart is still learning, growing, and searching honestly for deeper meaning.
Right. Maybe today you realize something important quietly. Maybe your dreams still exist inside you, waiting patiently for attention, courage, and gentle, consistent action.
Hmm. And honestly, dreams do not always arrive dramatically. Sometimes meaningful change begins through one small decision repeated consistently every ordinary day afterward.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow you wake up earlier peacefully. Maybe you study English 15 minutes confidently. Maybe you finally write goals inside a simple notebook honestly.
Exactly. Tiny actions matter because they slowly shape identity. Humans become what they repeatedly practice emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually over long periods.
That idea feels powerful, honestly. Dear listener, your future life quietly grows from the choices, habits, and thoughts you repeat every single day now.
Right. And please remember something important before this episode ends. Your dream does not need to impress everyone else to deserve your attention and effort.
Maybe your dream involves peaceful mornings, stronger confidence, meaningful relationships, creative expression, healthy routines, or emotional healing after difficult, painful experiences.
Exactly. Whatever your dream looks like, you deserve the opportunity to move toward it slowly, patiently and courageously, without unnecessary shame or comparison.
Dear listener, life moves quickly sometimes. Years pass quietly while people postpone happiness, curiosity, rest, and important personal dreams again and again, unfortunately.
Yeah, and honestly, that realization can feel emotional. One day people suddenly ask themselves, did I truly live honestly or only survive mechanically?
Ah, wow. That question feels deep and personal, honestly. Maybe today becomes the moment someone decides to start living more intentionally and courageously again.
Maybe someone listening finally starts speaking English confidently instead of waiting for perfect grammar and perfect pronunciation before communicating with others publicly.
Exactly. Perfection is not necessary for meaningful connection. Humans connect through honesty, warmth, effort, emotion, and genuine communication, much more than flawless grammar.
Right. So, dear listener, please continue practicing bravely. Every conversation, mistake, sentence, and listening session moves you closer toward confidence and freedom slowly.
Okay, let's do one final practice together before saying goodbye today. Repeat after me slowly and clearly. I believe in my future. Excellent work.
Wonderful. And now say this with me. I can build my dream life step by step. Honestly, hearing that feels emotional and hopeful beautifully.
Dear listener, maybe your life currently feels messy, uncertain, or emotionally heavy, but please remember, difficult seasons do not last forever always.
Exactly. Rain eventually ends. Morning eventually arrives. Healing eventually begins. Humans are stronger, wiser, and more resilient than they sometimes realize during painful moments.
And honestly, you do not need to transform overnight. Real, lasting change grows slowly through patience, kindness, and consistent daily effort over time.
Yeah, absolutely. Please celebrate your small progress proudly because tiny victories eventually create completely different lives after enough repeated intentional action and emotional growth.
Before we finish today, we would genuinely love hearing from you. What dream currently lives quietly inside your heart these days, honestly?
Right. Tell us in the comments section below. Maybe your answer inspires another listener somewhere around the world who feels afraid or emotionally discouraged today.
And if this episode helped you today, imagine what 30 days of listening, practicing, and believing in yourself could do for your confidence and future.
Exactly. So please subscribe, continue learning with us weekly, and keep building your English naturally through calm, meaningful conversations and supportive emotional encouragement.
Dear listener, thank you for spending this beautiful, peaceful time with us today. We truly appreciate your trust, attention, honesty, and wonderful learning energy always.
Yeah, honestly, wherever you are right now, we hope you feel calmer, stronger, and more hopeful after sharing this emotional conversation together today.
Please take care of your heart, your dreams, your health, and your beautiful future. You matter more than you sometimes believe during difficult emotional moments.
Exactly. Keep learning, keep growing, keep trying again. And remember, step by step, little by little, meaningful transformation absolutely remains possible for you.
Goodbye for now, dear English learners, students, and friends. We are sending encouragement, warmth, and positive energy to you from our hearts today.
And until next time, keep practicing English, keep believing in yourself, and keep moving gently toward the life you truly dream about. Bye, everyone.